were breaking records in the NFL season as T.J. Watt broke another record as he breaks James Harrison's single-season sack record, as he now has 17 and a half. He ended up getting 2 sacks against the Tennessee Titans. He broke the record at 16 and a half. He ended up getting another one. The Lions won again, a very surprising win where they ended up beating the Cardinals. Again, very surprising. You're talking about a team that was underdog by 2 touchdowns, and yet they won. They made the Cardinals look like they were the underdog. They made the Cardinals look like they only won 1 game. I'm concerned, if I'm a Cardinals fan, what is going on? Why can't we move the ball? Why is Kyler Murray making all these bad decisions? I really think it's because they've become so enamored with throwing the ball. When a team stops you from running and stops James Conner, it really makes it difficult for you. I was surprised at how well the Lions moved the ball up and down the field versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Bucs lose in multiple ways. They lost the game, but they also lost Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Leonard Fournette. All 3 guys had to be carried off to some extent. Godwin was the less of the 2, and he ends up, right now, it's believed that he has an MCL sprain, which could take him out for a few weeks. Evans, we don't know how bad his is, and we don't know how bad Leonard Fournette's is. But this is where, in like the Bucs, Leonard Fournette is hurt, Giovanni Bernard is hurt. Now you're left to Vaughn and Ronald Jones. That's not a great combination because they haven't gotten the reps. That is concerning if you are a Tampa Bay Bucs fan, is can the injuries slow down that you can get healthy heading into this playoff run? Can teams stop huddling in their pre-games on logos? It doesn't make any sense. Not because it's a bad decision in terms of the other team is going to throw punches or anything like that, but the team that does it usually loses the game. That happened again. This happened again yesterday as the Titans huddled on the Pittsburgh Steelers logo, and they end up losing. A surprise because at one point the Titans were up 13-0 and then lose 19-13. Just kind of the way the game goes, I guess. Speaking about the Steelers, Big Ben Roethlisberger passes Phillip Rivers on the NFL's all-time passing list. He's now number 5, so congratulations to Big Ben, the lone survivor of the 2004 NFL Draft. Well, really, 2003 or 4, depending on how you look at it. Panthers end up having to hold an impromptu kicking tryout because of Zane Gonzalez's injury. He ended up injuring his quad. It didn't look good. He ends up getting taken off the field. The punter who would normally be in this situation, he's Australian. He never kicked an actual field goal before, so he can't do it. So they had impromptu tryouts as position players were trying to kick. And the best one, I think, that there was P.J. Walker. And he was straight towing it, which basically means everyone else was using their soccer style back in the day. There is what we called straight towing it, which is basically when you kick the football with your front of the foot. So your toes were really kicking it. Now you kick more with the side of your foot, like what they call soccer style. And every kicker does it now. Except, if they needed a kick, I think P.J. Walker could have straight-toed it and would have made it. It didn't matter. They ended up losing big, but it's kind of a strange sight to see if you are the Carolina Panthers, that you lose your kicker. Let's have an impromptu kicking tryout. Just a crazy sight to see. According to a report, Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards are expected to be back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if this is Tom Brady's influence or if this is because of injuries. It could be both. But I don't disagree with it, because now you lost Mike Evans, now you lost Chris Godwin. You need somebody who can get down the field. Antonio Brown can do that. Not to say he's the greatest in the world in terms of his decisions that he's made over the last few years, but he's a playmaker. You want him out there. Mike Edwards, they need someone to be able to take some relief off the safeties so they can rotate some guys in and out. These two players were suspended for a fake vaccination status. Not to say that it was considered fake, not to say that everyone was fooled, not to say anything. I don't know. However, they were suspended for 3 games, and now they are back. Officially, they could be back today. However, the Bucs have till 4 o'clock on Tuesday to make the moves necessary so they can bring back Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards. And if you are Bruce Arians, that might be your best bet. Now, again, as I said, I don't know if this is Tom Brady saying that, making that decision, or if it was Bruce Arians. Because if you listen to Bruce Arians, he said to Antonio Brown, don't be the problem. If you have one mistake, one thing that goes wrong, and you create something, you're gone. It might be Tom Brady. It might be based on the injuries. Who knows? But Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards are expected to be back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.